Hey students, this is lesson 9.1. In this lesson, we are going to learn how to identify isometries and how to find the translation images of figures. Go ahead and do the review here. There's an important definition you should pay attention to, and I'll check back with you. All right, I hope you notice the definition of an isometry, because we're going to use it here. Does the transformation below appear to be an isometry? To be an isometry, it would have to, both the image and the pre-image would have to be congruent. And I can show that here. Okay, if the pre-image is the exact same as the image, and we can see that it is by just sliding it over on top of that, then it's definitely an isometry. So we're going to say yes. The image and pre-image appear to be congruent. All right, try that. Fill in 6 through 9, and I'll check back with you. All right, problem 2, naming images and corresponding parts. In the diagram, A prime, B prime, C prime is an image of ABC. What are the images of angle A and angle B? Okay, so we know that so triangle ABC is the image, and it maps to triangle A prime, B prime, C prime. That's the image. So what that means is the corresponding parts also map. So the vertex A maps with vertex A in this one. So we could say that angle A is the pre-image of angle A prime. And we can also say that angle B is the pre-image of angle B prime. And we can say that side, segment AB, maps to segment A prime, B prime. Segment BC maps to segment B prime, C prime. And segment AC maps to segment A prime, C prime. All right, you try that. All right, so here's a key concept. A translation is a transformation that maps all points of the figure the same distance in the same direction. A translation is an isometry, so you're not changing the sign. And the prime notation identifies the image points. So if parallelogram PQRS is translated right 2 units, then every point on parallelogram, this is the image of that P prime, Q prime, and R prime, S prime is 2 units to the right of this pre-image point. Okay, and we can use translation rules with coordinates to represent these translations. So what this is saying is that every point x, y on the graph is translated using these expressions, and what that means is, since it's the x coordinate, x is left and right, and a -3 would mean we're translating it to the left 3 units, and y plus 4 would mean we're translating it up 4 units. So let's label our points with the coordinates for those points. All right, so here's our points, and we're going to map those to using this rule. So we're going to subtract 3 from the x coordinates. So r prime will be r, the x coordinate -3, and the y coordinate plus 4, which equals -2, 6. On this one, I think you get the idea. So we're just going to take this coordinate here and subtract 3 from that, so that'll give us 1. And the y coordinate we will add 4 to, so that'll give us 5. And t prime, subtracting 3 from the x coordinates gives us -1, and adding 4 to the y coordinate gives us +1. All right, and if you graph it, it would look like this. All right, you try that. All right, we're going to make a rule for this translation. So we're just basically going to try and observe what's going on to go from the image, from the pre-image to the image. So this is the pre-image right here. This is the image here. Okay, so let's label those coordinates for n and n prime. N is -3, 1, and n prime is 3, 2. So what I'm saying is that we are mapping from there to there, translating from there to there. All right. So so when we go from n to n prime, from the pre-image to the image, we're taking -3 and adding some x value, some value to that, and we're starting at 1. I'm giving these numbers from here for the y coordinate, and we're adding some value to that, and we end up at 3, 2. So to solve this, I just have to figure out -3 plus what number is 3, and to do that I can just do 3 plus 3, which is 6. So x is 6, and then what number plus 1 is equal to 2, and that of course is 1, so y equals 1. And since this is a +6 and this is a +1, my mapping rule is this: x, y goes to x plus 6, y plus 1. Wow. You try that. All right, composing translations. So Carmen leaves her apartment, travels 2 blocks east and 5 blocks north of the library.
Joseph, Curtis.
Sorry about that. She travels 4 blocks west and 1 block south to the grocery store. Where is Carmen in relation to her apartment? So let's just let her apartment be 0, 0. And then if we go to the library, it says we go 2 blocks east. Well, east is to the right on a coordinate grid, so we'll go 0 plus 2. So this is a library. We'll go 0 plus 2, and then 0. And then it says she goes 5 blocks north to the library, so that would be up 5, which would be a plus on the y coordinate. So we end up there at 2, 5. Okay. And then to get to the grocery store, we're going to go from our 2, and it says she travels 4 blocks west. West would be to the left, so that'd be a minus on the x coordinate. So our last coordinate, -4. And then 1 block south, that would be -1 on the y coordinate. And so now she's at -2, 4. Well, if we think about that in relationship to where we started, this 0, 0, we are 2 less on the x-coordinate and 4 more on the y-coordinate. So the composition of these two translations, we're going to take our original point x, y and map it to our point x minus 2, y plus 4. All right, you try that. All right, that's it for this lesson. Go ahead and do the lesson check, and we'll talk about this next time we meet in class.